What's up, everybody? This is Kyle from Team Yoshi. It's been a while since I've gotten to do one of these because it's been a while since I've gotten an invite. But yesterday at the Charlotte Regional, I went 7-2 with Constellars. Started 0-2, lost to Ghost Tricks round 1. Really wanted to drop after round 2, but I decided to stick with it until I lost again, and I never ended up losing again. I actually didn't build this until the night before the event because I wanted to run Boojins, and then I realized that I really hated Boojins because that deck's like, it puts you to sleep basically, and I don't even think it's good, but I don't know. I really don't like it, but anyway, the main deck is like kind of standard, so I'm not going to explain the stuff that's really obvious. Of course, you have 3 Pollux and an Algetty because, you know, they get you started. 3 Cause, they're German, so I really didn't draw this card enough, actually, but it's okay. 3 Sombre, of course, even though Alex topped with only 2. 1 Sheridan, I was considering running 2, but 1 seemed to be good enough, I guess, I don't know. Honest, of course. The main Thunder King was kind of actually not as good as I was thinking it would be. I kind of sided him out quite a bit because hands just kind of rape him. The 1 bear in the main deck was very good. I would definitely not run this without the bear. It's sometimes you need to pop whatever they have and get another Tinky. The main deck maxis were definitely not good at all. I sided these out like nearly every single round. Like I played against 1 hieratic guy, I kept him in against him, but he was really bad, so it didn't even end up mattering. But I played like hand-based decks a lot, so I sided them out pretty much nearly every time. But that's the only thing I would maybe change about the monster lineup, depending, and it depends on your matchups anyway, but the maxis were not good at all in the main deck. Of course, there's 3 Tinkies. They're gold, they're not ulti, I can't afford ultis, whatever. Rhoda for the Pollux. 3 MST, I was thinking about only maining 2, but 3 was really good. And the double Lance as well, good to protect Pleiades, whatever you make, and it helps when I side deck as well. The 1 Soul Charge was pretty good. It lets you basically summon into a Torrential if they have it, because you can just Soul Charge and they've used their best field wiping card. So the Mind Control in the main deck was absolutely amazing. People would set Fire Hand, I would summon my level 4, I would steal their hand, I would make a rank 4, and they would be a little salty about it. Definitely would not have taken that out, that was very good. Double D Prison was pretty good, except for against the Boojin guy, because he seemed to always have Turtle, but against the hands, of course, it was amazing if they didn't have Lance. It was good. Double Blackhorn, by far the best trap of the day. If you open with a rank 4, rank 5, whatever, and set Blackhorn, you are pretty safe, especially after siding. Double Fiendish Chain, it's not amazing, but it's not terrible against anything, so it's safe to run. The Bottomless was good. I made 1 Vanities, and I probably, based on the matchups I had, I wish I hadn't mained it at all, but I sided it out a lot. Compulse was alright, Warning is Warning, and the 1 Wiretap, I thought at one point I wish I had mained 2, but I side more removal, so the 1 was pretty good. And that's the main deck. It's 40 cards. I would not run over 40 in this deck because you want to see the monsters that are important. The real key today was definitely, or yesterday was definitely the side deck. The hate was extremely real for hands and other graveyard-based decks. I sided double Banish of the Radiance. I sided him in quite a bit. Pretty much every time I opened with him and traps, I won because he is an absolute bitch. Sided D-Fissure as well. Again, when you want to side it, you want to see it. Double Nobleman of Crossout. I drew this against the Ghost Trick guy round 1. It was pretty good. It didn't even end up mattering but so much, but hand-based decks, they set their fire hand, you banish it. It's hard for them to come back from that. I didn't play any Geargias, which is the real reason I sided it, but it was still good. Soul Drain and Macrocosmos, like I said. This hand-based deck's got all of this every time, and it was amazing, because when you side this much, you're going to draw something, so, which is the point. Double Dust Tornado, I wanted the extra removal. Blackhorn of Heaven is a bitch against this deck, so I wanted to have the extra outs. And Royal Decree can hurt it. If you can hit it, you can hit it during the end phase, whatever. It was pretty good. I debated a lot between this or Mistake. Mistake is better against Boojins. This is just as good against pretty much everything else, and I have a lot against Boojins already. So I went with the Mind Crush. I played a Constellar mirror match late in the tournament, and obviously it was really good. I got to go first game 3. He played Tinky turn 1, so it gave me massive advantage to see his hand. Double Chain D. I was expecting to play a lot of dragons. Chain D absolutely, utterly rapes that deck. They have no plays at all if they can't play Flamebell Guard, Curry Bandit, Card Trooper, Influence Dragon, whatever. Like, this totally kills that deck, along with other decks too, like Infernity, random ass decks like Wind-Ups, I don't even know. I mean, it's really good. Yeah, Madolche, you just Chain D the Angeli if they don't have Chateau. I didn't side it in very much because my matchups didn't call for it, but I don't regret siding it at all. And they're super, so that's cool. And perhaps the only questionable thing, I only sided 1 Debunk and 1 Trap Hole Nightmare. I think I only sided this in maybe like twice, and I only drew it once. The one time I did draw it, it was pretty good. If I had to do it over again, I might just do 2 debunks and not side this, but I mean, like I said, I only sided the 1, I never really drew it, so it's hard to tell. The extra deck is like kind of standard, I guess, but the way I went about it was a little different. I did not make this guy one time all day. I made him a lot, of course, he's really good. Did not make Presby at all. Made Cowboy 1 time per game. Made Direwolf quite a bit, actually. Against the Ghost Trick guy, I kept having to make him to pop the field card just so I could try to like get at him, but it didn't end up mattering. I was not happy I lost to him, but whatever. I resolved this 1 time that it was really good against a Harpy guy after he played Party and had a field of 5 monsters. I might not have won otherwise. Only made this 1 time, it was good, whatever. Made this probably like 6 times. Honestly, if I had a second one, I would have probably run 2, but I don't. Pleiades. This, everybody's like, oh yeah, it's Pleiades.deck. I did not summon this guy that often at all, actually. I never summoned more than 1 in any one game out of the 9 rounds. Obviously he's really good. Obviously you should run 2, and he was good when I needed him, but like, I didn't make him nearly as much as you would think. I made this guy more than Pleiades because it's such a back row heavy, and I figured I could pop a set Gear Gear Armor or whatever was set. I decided about halfway through the tournament that I was going to start making him turn 1 sometimes because people were terrified to like set traps when you have a Zenmaio on board unless they like open Compulse or something like that. So it actually worked out pretty good for me. I definitely do not regret running him at all. He was great. I made, obviously, this. Anytime I had a chance to make him, he was godly, and the Gaia Charger pretty much goes with him, or whatever, but I won 1 game because I did 2400 with that, and then attacked directly with that for game. This guy I made pretty much every chance I could get, because people were running Mirror Force, strangely enough, at the event. I don't think it's that great right now. It's amazing against Firehand. Firehand can't kill it, and then you get to pop another card. I made it turn 1, both games, round 8, against Fire Fist. They can't bear it, their traps don't really matter. It was quite good, and then you get a +1 when he attacks. I honestly think I made him more than I made Pleiades. He was that good, and then of course the M7 just to overlay on top of Omega or whatever. I mean, he was good. I don't think I ever actually bounced anything with him because he usually died, but so yeah, that was pretty much it. Like I said, I started 0-2, lost to Ghost Tricks round 1, lost to a pretty bad Boojin player round 2, so I really wanted to drop, but I figured I would keep going until I lost again and saw what happened, and then I started to draw a little better, and it turned out to be really good. Like I said, I finished 25th, 7-2.
360 people, I think.
Yeah, I think 360 people, so not like, you know, amazing or anything, but after starting, I was at table 153 after round 2, so to get an invite from that, I guess, is not too bad. But yeah, so that was pretty much the deck. That was how it went. Thanks for watching.